What is going on? This is Nick and I've got another vlog for you today. So I want to catch up with you guys on an issue that I've been struggling with lately. So basically I think that I may have some kind of lactose intolerance because the last few months I've had a lot of stomach issues, and I think it might be something to do with my dairy intake because I eat a lot of dairy products and I just kind of had a lot of stomach problems, nausea, kind of bloating, and it's not felt good, but I kind of ignored it and thought, it's just how it is. But I think there's obviously a cause for it, so I'm going to stop eating dairy or drinking dairy for a little while and see if I can get results from that. So as a substitute to milk, I've got this oat drink. It does still have quite a lot of pretty good nutrients that milk does, such as vitamin D and B, and I believe there's B12 in there as well. So it's a pretty good substitute for milk, I think. I'm going to try it out in a little while. In the meantime, I'm cooking up some fresh wild salmon. It's coming on quite nicely. Actually, I think it might be overdone. And I'm having that with avocado and salad with whole wheat pasta, which I'm going to put some pesto in as well. So I'm going to try and eat foods that my body isn't necessarily intolerant to, hopefully, and my stomach will hopefully feel a lot better and I'll be able to eat properly again and get on with my game making. So I'm going to eat this food in a little bit and then I'll catch you afterwards. So one of the reasons I mentioned lactose intolerance in this vlog is that I kind of want to talk actually about creativity and fitness and how engaging in a fitness lifestyle can improve creative thinking. So I believe that fitness has an impact on improving our creative thinking in two ways. So number one, the creative mindset that is required to maintaining a successful fitness life encourages me to be more creative minded. And number two, the psychological benefits of actively participating in fitness is a breeding ground for creativity. So for example, improving our mood, our confidence, and general feelings of well-being and wellness. So expanding on the first point, so loosely defined, creative thinking is linked to progressive thought and action, trying to realize a goal through imaginative thought. So it's a very progressive, very forward-thinking approach. So for example, bringing back the lactose intolerance, when I make a meal plan with the goal of eating, say, 120 grams of protein per day, but I am limited by certain foods that I can eat. So for example, let's say I can't eat dairy. So what do I have to do? I have to utilize some kind of creative thought to be able to continue to achieve our goals, but through the limited foods that we can eat. So we have to get creative with it, is basically what I'm saying. So obviously the solution would be to find alternate sources of protein which can fill that gap so that I'm able to meet my daily macros of 120 grams of protein. This principle of creative thinking also applies to workouts. So when we design a workout that benefits ourselves, we have to take into consideration certain variables: our body type, our goal, our availability to train, or when we can fit our training in. All of these variables will come into the equation as well. So we have to consider all of these things when designing a suitable workout plan for us. And this is going to involve some degree of creative thinking. You're going to have to get quite imaginative at times. Sometimes we're quite restricted on our time throughout the day. We might be quite busy, so we have to change things around in order to optimize the best workout plan that works for us. It involves a certain degree of creativity, a thinking outside the box approach. So for example, with my body type, typically having quite a small stomach, I have a hard time eating a lot of food in one go. In fact, I have a hard time eating 3,500 calories throughout the day, no matter how I structure the meals, whether I have big meals or smaller meals. At the end of the day, it's still 3,500 calories, and I can't physically do that. But if I was to get imaginative with it, I came up with a solution. I thought about how I can take in my calories in order for it to not cause such a bloating effect on my stomach. Well, drinking my calories. If I were to make more protein shakes with the same amount of calories as, say, a meal, so if I have a 700 calorie shake, it's not as bloating, it doesn't make me feel so full as, say, if I ate chicken and rice and olive oil and lots of other foods as well, whole foods as well. So I had to utilize a certain creative approach to this. I had to think outside the box. If I can't take in all of these calories, then I have to find a different way of taking in the calories that bypasses this kind of full feeling that I'm having. So it was about identifying the problem. So the problem for me was I couldn't eat the calories because my stomach, I'd get too full too quickly. So I had to find a way around this to get the same amount of calories in, but to do it in a way that it didn't create this full effect. So for example, I drink a lot of my calories now. I have a lot more shakes throughout the day. It's still the same amount of calories, but I'm drinking them as opposed to eating them. This is an alternate approach to reaching my goal. So on that first point, I think that engaging in a fitness lifestyle that is effective and works for you requires a certain degree of creative thinking. Now, if we're doing this all the time, if we're constantly having to create meal plans and create workout plans that work for us as we progress through life, then what's going to happen if we keep utilizing a creative mindset, a thinking outside the box approach? Well, we're going to get better at it. It's the same with any principle in life. If we keep practicing something, then we're going to get better. So I believe that if we continue to engage in a fitness lifestyle, whether it be in bodybuilding, CrossFit, whatever our goals are, whether we want to run a marathon or be the next Arnold, I think it involves, to a degree, engaging in a creative mindset, a creative lifestyle, and that's going to improve our creative thinking in the long run as a result of that, on top of the results that we're going to get from the training. So I think that's pretty awesome. Now, the second point on physical fitness improving creativity. So as we know, anaerobic exercise or aerobic exercise improves mental traits within us. So for example, it improves mood, it improves our confidence in the gym and in life in general, and it improves our mental well-being in general. We already know this from numerous studies. But the thing is, not only does the mental benefits of resistance exercise improve our lives in general, it also improves our creative thinking, because confidence, mood, our general well-being, these traits are all a breeding ground for creative thought. So for example, when I go to the gym, afterwards my mood improves dramatically. The endorphins produced from the workout make me feel better. They make me feel really good. They make me feel positive and full of energy. And these are traits that help me to be more creative. I'm able to do more productive tasks throughout the day. I'm able to write more. I'm able to do my vlogging more effectively. Working out generally helps me to think more creative and to think outside the box, so I can come up with new ideas for projects. This is something that's helped me personally, so I think it can help you guys as well. When I work out, my feel-good factor, if that's a scientific term, it probably isn't, but my feel-good factor improves dramatically, which in turn improves my creativity outside of the gym, which again I think is pretty awesome. And as my confidence improves in the gym, my confidence also improves in day-to-day tasks as well. So it improves the general quality of my life, as well as improving how I can think about solutions to my day-to-day tasks and problems. As opposed to a day when I don't train, when, for example, I might feel more sluggish, I might feel less enthusiastic to engage with creative projects. Things that I generally enjoy, such as vlogging, for example, becomes a little bit harder if I haven't worked out in a little while. And this is also as a result as my general mood being lower. Do you know what I mean? So the psychological benefits from anaerobic exercise as well as aerobic exercise has numerous effects on our day-to-day life, not least of which I think is our creativity, our creative thinking, our ability to think imaginatively and outside the box. So I think there is a dramatic link between fitness and creativity and creative thinking, and it is through these two approaches, through the constant practice of using creative approaches in order for us to make meal plans that are effective for us and for making workout plans that are also effective. This constantly involves having a creative, outside the box approach to thinking, and constantly engaging in this type of thinking is going to improve our creative thinking in the long run. And secondly, the psychological benefits of working out, such as an improvement in mood, confidence, well-being, These traits provide a breeding ground from which our creativity can grow, so we can be more creative minded because of these positive traits. They make us think more creatively because we feel better about ourselves, we feel more confident, we feel generally quite positive. So these two traits I think are very important in regards to the link between fitness and creativity. So guys, I hope you found this vlog insightful. I hope you found it interesting. I would very much appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more information about fitness, bodybuilding, and creativity. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.